Hey everyone, Aaron here. Welcome back to another anime review. Today we're reviewing episode 9 of Kiznaiver. Now, last week we left off where Sonozaki and Kachan were talking outside in the rain, and the episode picks up directly from that, and we have our group of Kiznaivers dealing with the creatures from before still within the school. They're running around. The masochist was getting beat up, so they all decided to go help him, even though really he just got beat up because he wanted to get beat up, like always, which is still creepy that he's in the show sometimes. Meanwhile, Kachan and Sonozaki are talking about the childs that were picked from the project originally, and then she finally reveals that he was indeed part of the project before, the Kisna project. And we see some flashbacks that involve him and, the rest of the students there and the stuff like that. But what's interesting, and that's really not per se the most important part, is actually what Sonozaki was feeling at one time and what her reactions as a Kiznaiver was causing the rest of the group to feel, to the point that Kachan actually took in some of that and thus reveals that he has indeed a part of her inside of him still, and that's like leftover residual pain from before the past. And it's very interesting. You see this at all. I mean, she has it clearly, but he also does indeed have it as well. And you see various scenes that suggest maybe she tried to kill herself and he tried to save her, and maybe that's why he doesn't fear pain as much as he used to do, or maybe something like that. We won't know probably until like episode 10 or 11. But meanwhile, other things are happening that's disturbing. Our rest of the Kiznaivers are actually watching this unfold in the audiovisual room in the school. And ironically enough, Chidori is feeling extreme pain to the point that she runs off. And Kachan decides to chase after her. But what you see is actually her mark reacting to like this red beat, and you actually can hear now her inner voice saying, why don't you hold me like you do with Sonozaki? Why don't you, show me emotion? He does that, and then she, immediately calls him being cruel for doing that, because of course, the fact that he's doing the same thing just because she wants him to, it is a kind of counterproductive thing. She doesn't want that really from him. She wants them to actually be liking her instead of liking Sonozaki, but that probably is not going to happen, unfortunately. That causes the rest of the group, however, to feel extreme pains rather than just the normal pain that they feel from the Kizna project. And Tenga right away runs out because he likes Chidori also, runs out, beats the crap out of our main character Kachan, to the point that other people are experiencing the pain. You see the red marks now on every single one of the Kiznaivers, and you feel for all these guys. They're all experiencing different things. Some are experiencing the fact that they're not really friends anymore, that they really maybe were never friends. Some are experiencing the pain of love because they all have these kind of love triangles going on. It's very interesting to see this. Now, skipping ahead, and I think the last kind of relevant part is the day passes and everyone's knocked out and on the ground, and we have Sonozaki coming over saying, you know what, you guys are done. Your mission's clear. We got what we needed from you. And that's almost kind of just so messed up that she comes out and reacts like that. I mean, you could see Kachan's face. You can see everyone else just battered and bruised from the last night's ordeal. And now she comes out and says, yeah, you're done. Don't worry about anything else. We'll fix everything else from here. It's a slap to the face, really. Overall, though, not very much happened per se in this episode beside those scenes I just showed you, but it had such a nice strength to it because of the fact that you actually see the inner workings of our characters rather than just kind of what they're experiencing from, their little emotional spurts here and there. You're seeing now their inner voices talking because they're so close to one another. Even though they don't want to admit it yet, they are now closer than ever before. And it's causing a lot of great pain with them because they just all have, things against each other, and they all have these kind of weird circumstances against them that are showing up now. And we also learned from Sonozaki that the Kiznaiver project was never meant to be a long-term thing. This was meant to be just a short-term experiment to see how people react to each other's emotions rather than doing this for months and years. So that could be also why maybe the childhood project went so kind of astray. Maybe because they were experimented on too long and became so close to one another, and that could have led to a whole barrage of different things. But we will never know, I think, until maybe we'll know probably toward the later end of the show. Anyways, guys and girls, so that's it for today's review. I hope you enjoyed it. Like always, share, comment the video, subscribe. I will talk to you later. Have a good night. Bye-bye.